My lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love, and today we're looking at what has your person been up to. All right, so we're going to begin with some significators for your person. We're going to look at their energy generally, and then their energy towards you, and then we're going to look at what's happening in their life, what they've been healing for themselves, what they've been healing for their ancestry. And it's interesting to watch these readings because remember, they're always reflecting back to you a part of yourself that perhaps may need attention, if we're being honest. Okay. So when you're watching these readings, watch it for yourself as well. Okay. Underneath the deck, we have accident, but it looks like a tower. So there's been some kind of sort of tower moment in their life. Something is breaking down, deconstructing. But as it's breaking down and deconstructing, the light is coming in. So this is the essence of the ego death. When we release old foundations, old structures, and allow new paradigms, allow epiphanies to come through. And one of the epiphanies that your person is getting is that they have to leave where they're at. And it looks like maybe they're migrating south. Maybe they're migrating south or they're moving south. They're following these birds here who are migrating. They have to leave and they're moving towards some sort of friendship with you. That's what I see here. The energy generally. We have loss. So this is the energy of grief. Something in their life is over. Or it could be that something in their life is changing. And even though that change might be positive, change always comes with some degree of stress. And then we're losing something, whatever it is, whether it's ourselves that's changing, we're changing places, we're losing something, whether we're losing a community, we're losing a space, or we're losing our old self. There's always a sense of loss with change. And that needs to be honored, and it's honored by grief. Even though that loss is going to put your person in a more balanced position. We have a card number 29, and that reduces to 11, and we have it on both sides of the card, so this is 1111. Even though this may bring them closer to you, there's also the mourning that needs to take place for all life and all them. I'll pull some cards in it and I'll see what they're mourning. And their energy towards you. We have trouble. And it is the apple. And it's a card number 15, which is the devil. They are tempted by you, but they feel like coming towards you. So they can't win. With you, they can't win. It's a damned if you do, damned if they don't. If they don't, they lose you. If they do, they lose something else, right? Or they risk being engulfed with you. And they actually I have a letter that I'm reading in the extended, but perhaps I can read that part. They do talk about that. Okay, that's page 2. All the pages are bloody well mixed up. Just a second, guys. Because no one tempts me like you do. I can stand my ground with everyone else, but with you, I surrender all. And that's exactly what it is. They feel like they're going to be subsumed or consumed by you and this connection, that they will lose themselves. And this is something, they feel like they're a drop, and that drop is about to enter the ocean. Who are they? What's their purpose? It's like you are all consuming, all encompassing, and they feel very small and insignificant. So let's pull some cards on these and get a little bit more clarity. I'll use this Millennial Tarot for now. So in the extended, I'll read that letter in its entirety, but it's interesting that that would come through. Well, it's not interesting. It's confirmation, and I like when that happens, right? And we'll also go into magical calabash and see who they're talking to with regard to you and what advice they're getting. All right, too real, and the heartbreak is too real. So, we're already getting a confirmation there's some kind of heartbreak that's happening here. Okay, something is ended, and they feel like shit. And then we have the devil here, but it is the fuck boy. So what is ending is their era, of playing around, messing around. It looks like they got a nice, large, well, not nice for them, large dose of karma, and this is causing them some rapid change within their circumstances. Spirit, what is this loss? Ooh. We have the Two of Swords. I don't know, to be honest. Okay. And we have death. All right. So they can't even put a finger on what they're grieving, but they know that something is changing and something will never be the same again. We see that they have been a pupil, a student of death. And death teaches us that everything changes and nothing is permanent. Um, in Dante's Infirmament, in Dante's Inferno, he says, nothing is permanent except divine, and everything is just smoke. So everything is an illusion, and this is what your person is realizing. So, what is dying is their perception of reality, what is real, and what is fake. Who is real? Who is fake? So it's really it is really the deconstruction of the era, and that it's them like truly exiting the matrix. And there's a grief that happens there because you can never go back. You remember when he got unplugged in the matrix? You can never truly go back. You've lost that particular vision or perspective or reality, and you won't get it back. You can't go back to sleep. And maybe this is what they're losing. They're mourning right now. So I feel like consciously they don't know why they feel that sense of loss, but what they're mourning is the loss of their innocence, and their innocence in terms of how they view the world, right? The reality that they formerly perceived. And I think they talk about that too. Yeah, they do. They wish they could go back. All right, temptation. We have the hangman. They don't even know what to do about you. They want to come towards you. Then if they come towards you, they're going to lose everything. They don't even know what to do right now. So I feel like your person might be spending a lot of time alone, just trying to figure out, what's next. And what do they do with all these feelings that they have in their heart space, right? Because they're acknowledging fully that they're in love with you. They're in love with you. And that Usher song is coming, you make me want to leave the one I'm with. Start a new relationship with you. That's what's coming through here. What do they do with all this love that's in their heart? It has to go somewhere. And it reminds me of another quote, that grief is love that has nowhere to go. So this is also why they're feeling that sense of grief as well, right? They don't know what to do with all this love. What do they do with that? All right, let's look at what's happening in your person's life right now. Let's get a significator. What's happening in their life generally? Whatever spirit wants to bring through. Ooh. Life generally. What's happening in their life journey? I'll ask about family in a moment. We have the chance, right? So this is them about to take some sort of leap of faith. They realize that they cannot continue living their life as they have because they don't feel the same way. They don't feel the same way about things. They don't see things the same way, right? So they recognize that things have to change. So we have chance. Now it's a card number 33, which is master number 33, which is embracing or developing or spiritual gifts, right? So they've had an awakening, and this awakening is prompting them to get a move on, right? They're the emperor. We have the patriarchy. They are the emperor here. So they're fully aware of who they are and perhaps what they're meant to do in this life. And they're not going to be able to accomplish that where they're at right now. They're bored. We have 4 of Cups. So we have him here wishing for something more, right? They've been numbing out. And they feel like there's something more might be a life with you because they see you as a go-getter. You're the baddie. Okay? They see you as a go-getter. And they feel like life will never be boring with you because they have their own stuff to do. You have your own stuff to do. And you're not waiting on them, like the Karmic, to be entertained. We have the 6 of Cups in reverse. This is the Karmic soulmate, right? So your person's recognizing they either, this is the choice. So it's choice. They either stay where they're at, for some of you, with a karmic soulmate or in a karmic situation, and it could be a situation at work, and be bored and feel like their life is slipping away. Or they get a move on, move towards you and a life with you, or and this could also represent them embracing their spiritual journey, right? Embracing the energy of the Queen of Wands, and be the Emperor and actually do something worthwhile. So this is them wanting to change their life. That's the prompt that they're getting from the universe. It's time to change your life. When you know better, you do better. What's happening in their family at this time? We have love. Okay, now it's a card number 20, which is the awakening. So because your person has had an awakening, and that awakening has really deeply impacted their heart chakra, they are able now to hold more love in their world. And because they're embodying love, they're now experiencing a lot of healing within their family relationships. Okay, this is what this awakening is bringing to your person. Let's pull some cards on it. What's happening in their family? We have the 10 of Swords. Okay, so we have a deep betrayal from the past. So what I feel like is this is the energy of forgiveness. We have 2 of Cups in reverse. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse. And we have the 10 of Cups, and it is the family. All right. So it looks like your person has had a long-standing, I wouldn't say dispute, but some sort of falling out or resentment, heavy resentment with regard to their family. And when we talk about their family of origin, okay? There's some betrayal that your person blamed their family for. I don't know what it is. And since that betrayal in childhood, your person has had their heart locked off, closed off. Nobody's getting in because they're not going to allow anybody to hurt them like that again. And this inability or this refusal, this is what it is, because this was a conscious choice. This refusal to open their heart to anyone or to show or express their emotions, or their inability to receive love, heavily impacted their relationships. We have the 2 of Cups in reverse, right? So their love relationships have never really been love relationships because they've never really been in love. So it was impacting their family life, heavy resentments, unable to forgive, and then also impacting their love life not having love relationships really. They're having associations. Even though they might be engaged, married, and all of that, they've never been able to open their heart to someone. But now they're having a heart awakening. They're seeing their family differently, and they're able to have compassion. They're having forgiveness, and it looks like everything, they're able to show more love and to forgive those persons who may have hurt them in the past. What if they're in a third party relationship, karmic relationship? What's happening in that relationship right now? All right, so this is the tower moment that's happening. It says accident, but this is a tower again. All right, so let's see what's happening with this tower. So it looks like there is trouble. Well, I can't say in paradise. I don't know what it is. But it looks like there's some sort of issue that's going on here. Some sort of fracture. We have the Seven of Wands in reverse. Now, when Seven of Wands is in the upright, we're fighting for something, right? We're standing on ground, we're fighting for something. So this is your person giving up. We have the Nine of Wands and it says on edge. And that's standing your ground, standing in your power. We have the Five of Swords in reverse, gaslighting in reverse. And then we have the Eight of Wands. Okay, we have literally obsessed. All right, so what's happening here? Your person has made a decision to move on. Okay, they are tired of the gaslighting. They're tired of walking on eggshells and feeling like they're always on edge. Kind of jumpy. I don't want to say PTSD, but it very well could be, because this is such a volatile relationship. Okay, and your person is like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not fighting for this anymore. I'm done. And because your person is not putting in the effort, it looks like this relationship is breaking down. Okay? Your person's realizing that this may have never been love, but some sort of obsession, some sort of toxic relationship, some sort of trauma bond that they no longer need, because they've been actively working and healing themselves. Working on and healing themselves. Now, as we talked about healing themselves, what are they healing for themselves at this time? What are they healing? What are they healing from themselves? They're healing betrayal, right? So betrayal from the past, whether it's family members, past relationships, right? And what this is doing is allowing them to really open up their heart again, right? And to remove their mask and to show people who they really are, the truth about themselves. And this is why everything is kind of, deconstructing at this time. We have the Fool reverse, but I'm reading this as the Fool, the child, right? And the Fool reverse is a child whose development was interrupted, whether by abuse, some sort of trauma that may have happened, some huge loss or something like that. But it's a child interrupted. We have the Moon in reverse, and then that interrupted childhood, forces us to put on the mask where we are hiding who we truly are, right? Because we don't want to be hurt again. We have the Eight of Swords. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, right? And the other thing about not dealing with our pain is that it limits our view of the world and it limits our capacity to love. So your person was in a prison of their own making, right? Because this mask is confining. People are not seeing all that you are, and you have to act within a role. It's when you show off the mask, then you're limitless, right? So this is where they are at. And because they're actively healing, they're experiencing a lot more stability within themselves. The Knight of Pentacles is just about as stable as you get, right? He is dependable, he's loving, he's nurturing, he's kind. You can only achieve that when you have started that process of healing the heart. What are they healing? What's your person healing for their ancestry? We have caution. All right. So people in this family, they don't trust anybody. I can even say from this that some of them may be paranoid and others may live with anxiety. This is their approach to life. They don't take chances. Okay, absolutely not. Right? They bet on the sure thing, even though that sure thing might be something that they might be settling for. Okay, nobody makes any big moves in this family. They don't trust the world. They don't trust the universe. They don't trust other people. Everything is looked at with, yes, it's paranoia. That's what I'm feeling here. It's fear. Fear of being different, fear of doing something different, fear of being judged. It's just fear. Everything that this family does is ruled by fear. And your person, because they're deciding to do something different, they are breaking that mold. We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So your person is deciding to no longer settle for the breadcrumbs. Okay, they want to be happy. Okay, we have Temperance. And Spirit's letting us know this is not an impulsive decision that they are making. And for them, part of being happy is leaving where they're at. For some of them, it might be a horrible job. For others of them, they're going low contact or no contact with certain family members. And for others of them, there might be a third party. They're also leaving that behind. They don't feel like they can achieve stability within themselves and their world whilst they are where they are at. They feel like there will always be drama. There will always be upheaval. They will never be able to achieve stability because of their current environment. So this is something that they are choosing to leave behind. So in the extended, what we're going to do, we will read the letter. We will also look at their current thoughts and feelings for you. We're going to look at who they're talking to at this time about you and what is being said back and forth. And then we're going to look at their next actions towards you within a month of you watching this reading. Now, if you're unable to join me in the extended, let me get some advice for you from Spirit. We have perception. All right, let's see what's happening here. It's a card number 42, which reduces to 6, which is about love. So there's something that Spirit wants you to change about your perception, love or love relationship. All right, let's see. This marker requires you to contemplate how you look at the world. Through what eyes do you see? Do you peer through those of prejudice or judgment? Are you viewing your present circumstances by projecting your past? And that's something that your person was doing, and it's something ancestral that was happening. But Spirit is saying you are also doing that. You are projecting your past onto your current circumstances, and you're not viewing life, love, the world through clear eyes. This is the time to slow down, to observe from all angles. And that is the energy of the hangman. And your person is in that energy right now. This calls for objectivity and a willingness to examine your life and others through a neutral pair of eyes. And last week we talked about being at that stage of the healing journey where you get to that place on the mountain where you've done enough healing and you have enough tools to deal with whatever is to come because you are balanced within yourself and you're seeing the world through objective eyes. So you're not just reacting to things, but you are examining what is happening and you're taking a measured response. Okay? Within you, awareness is transcending your ego's separated sense of self. Rise above it. See through your soul and know that things aren't always what they appear to be. And this is something your person's finding out as well. This marker brings clarity and asks you to look and to wait. Perhaps all you need to do is relax and put on another pair of glasses. Then what is in front of you might be magically transformed. Perception is everything. Take no further action until you see how this message applies to your current situation. So Spirit is saying there's something that's going to trigger you to remember this message. Something is about to happen. And it's going to trigger you to remember this message for you not to react, but to look at something with neutral eyes and not project your past onto it. Okay? Then once you have shifted your perception, you may find that this was all you needed to do. So there might be a current circumstance that may have you stumped. You don't know what to do in that situation. Could be in love, could be at work, could be with your family. But Spirit saying something is going to happen. And you watching at this situation through neutral eyes, objective eyes, is going to make you see something that you didn't see before. Okay? All right, my love. So that was your reading. I hope that was helpful. If you're able, join me in the extended. I will read the letter. We will look at your person's thoughts and feelings for you at this time. We're going to look at who are they talking to about you. We'll go through, go into Magic Calabash, what's being said. And then we'll look at their next actions towards you. Okay? Otherwise, guys, thank you for tuning in. Could you please put a comment down below? Please subscribe if you haven't. That is a lovely energy exchange. Thank you so much. Take care.